Hey fellow plush tubers! Have you ever wondered how to write the best script for your plush video? Because whether you're just a beginner or a plush tubing veteran, like me, I'll be sharing some useful tips on how you can write amazing scripts for every plush video that you make. Alright, so without further ado, let's dive right in. Woohoo! So first of all, let's just say that writing scripts for your plush videos is an essential skill that you must have to blow up your plush channel. Because if you think about it, all of plush tubing is built upon storytelling and how you show your characters. So let's say for example, Super Mario Richie, one of the bigger names in the plush tubing community. And how did he manage to get to 300,000 subscribers? Okay, so let me share this with you. He only got big by doing one small thing. Anyways, he only became this big by writing good quality scripts. In fact, you could probably even argue that Richie has some of the best scripts in all of the plush tubing community. So basically, if you want to write good scripts for plush videos, then you have two general options. And I'll be going to go for both of them in this video. Okay, so the first option is definitely the easier of the two. And you can definitely write good plush videos using this method. And the first method is to write scripts for plush videos generally. So what I mean by that is, instead of writing out scripts word for each character, you can just write what the scene is generally about. So let's say Mario is bored, for example, and so he decides to go to the park. And at the park, he meets Yoshi, and then they both go on an adventure. So that is an example of a generally good script for your plush video. But if when you reach the park, you decide you want Donkey Kong, let's say, instead of Yoshi, they can easily change that around. So make sure to change your script to suit what works better. Also, hello Yoshi. Okay, so that was the first option. The second one is writing out your script word for word. Now, you might be thinking, oh, but the plush tubing insider, how am I supposed to write scripts word for word if you have to focus on making stuff like thumbnails? Well, this is where AI comes into place. Now, my advice is to only use AI as a very last resort for plush videos. Because, well, the whole point of plush tubing is to come up with original ideas and stories for your characters, which AI is not known to do so well. So yeah, my tip is to only use AI as a last resort if you have to. But generally, try to use your creativity when writing plush videos. Okie dokie, so now that you know how to write good plush videos, let me go over some tips on how you can do it. So my first tip is to not copy other plush tubers, obviously. Because if you copy others, your ideas won't be original. And once again, bad video. So funnily enough, my advice for getting good plush video ideas is actually just to go for a walk. And while this might sound kinda weird, I would give it a shot if I were you because it does work. My next tip is to make sure that your script is obviously relevant to your plush video. Like, you don't want to see Mario eats garlic in the video when he actually eats spaghetti. Spaghetti! And also, make sure to take a decent amount of time when writing your script because you don't want it to feel rushed when editing. Of course, if you really don't have the time, then just put in the key details at least. Also, if you want an extra boost while script writing, then I'd recommend looking at one of these storyboard structure thingies on Google. You never know, they might help. Anyways, that's all for this time, plush tubers. As long as you remember those tips, you should be good to go. Also, if you found this video useful, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on how to make the best plush videos out there. Also, click on this video right over here if you want to find out how to film the best plush videos in public.